Hey everybody, welcome to Shifty's Club. I'm kind of sorry about how long it's taking, guys, but I told myself if I'm going to upload another video, the next one I upload will be a piano video because I care about you guys as much as I care about the Pokemon guys. Um, so the piano video is uploading as I'm making this video. Actually, it's processing right now according to what I'm looking at. Um, anyway, today is, well, not Saturday. Today is Monday, so I'm going to post Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and another Tuesday piano video up all at the same time. So guys, today, for those of you who want to talk sports, we can go ahead and talk. I'm not really going to talk about the NCAA tournament anymore because the Mafia finally decided to intervene. I mean, they make it so easy for me to pick out. I know who they are just because I studied the game so long and I've actually been out to Vegas, so it's I can tell when they are paying off players, officials, and even coaches. Coaches will hardly ever take any payment because you know why? Because the Mafia don't go to them. They want to go to the people who's performing the actions on the field. A coach can call a play, but a player can easily change it, like the quarterback. Think about it. 2013, Peyton Manning was paid off, or I think it was 2014. Yeah, 2014. Peyton Manning was paid off. There's no way that he could have missed all 5 of those passes, deep passes, nobody around. And there's no way he could undershot 3 of them and overshot 2 of them that badly with no pressure on him. So yeah, I mean, it was way too easy to pick out. I mean, only 3 points? Come on. And or Kentucky Saturday night? Seriously? Come on. The players didn't do anything. Coaches didn't do anything. The officials were the one who were paid off. If you watched enough SportsCenter on Sunday, you would have seen tons of those controversial plays. One of the biggest ones was, and that could be the focus of our topic today, is the focus of the mafia in sports. And if you notice that one of the Wisconsin players had rebounded, and when he went to the floor, the shot clock was already at 0. Then he put up his shot. The official called it good. However, according to the rules, they're not allowed to look back and see if they got the call right or not. Now, I'm sure that the NCAA is going to see, there are some flaws in this plan. And the Mafia knows this. They know there are flaws right in the middle of every single rulebook. So they take that to their advantage and they go straight to the referees, pay them off to kind of tip some of the games in favor. Obviously, they have to call obvious plays if they see them, but they can kind of tip it towards one team's favor, if you know what I mean. I've seen plenty of traveling calls not called, plenty of charging, a lot of uh, fouls that could have been flagrant. I've seen plenty of stuff, and some of those real obvious calls, I mean, they were way too easy to see. And here's one thing: if I have to tell you anything, guys, about uh, putting money on teams, this is how I turned out to be a 6-figure. Yeah, I turned out to be a person with a net worth of 6 figures. Well, minus my Pokemon card collection, which is probably worth millions. Especially all 18 of those first edition Charizards. Yeah, I'm a nerd. But anyway, I will tell you guys this. The one thing you want to watch out is you want to find out how much money is being placed onto specific teams. If millions of dollars with a great percentage of it being on one team. Now keep this in mind. Towards the beginning, towards the end of the towards where they're about to start the game. If there's like $20 million going onto one team in a game, like say the Super Bowl got 20 million, 19 million of it is on this team to win straight up or beat the spread. What do you think is going to happen? Well, guess what? The other team is going to win because the Mafia can pay off specific players or officials and make a profit out of that. The Mafia owns the industry. And that's one thing I learned in my first month there, is that you have to, and Billy Walters can tell you this as good as anybody, and that's how he figured it out in 2 weeks. This guy literally is a sports gambling legend, and he'll tell you the same thing. You want to bet against the general populace when you can, but that only goes to at the last second, because once a player's paid off and a favor is swung completely, they're not going to try to go pay off another team so you don't win. It's kind of weird to explain, but the players or the officials will always take the bribe whenever enough money is offered, and they will, rig the game in return. And I mean, you see it all the time. I mean, I cannot make this more obvious to people. I mean, if a number 1 seed loses to a number 16 seed, that is way too obvious. I mean, the spread is going to be for Kentucky. If they would have lost, the spread would have been like minus 35. Yeah, and if that team would have won straight up, yeah, you would figure that at least $5 million was paid out to every player on that team. You know what I mean, though. But all honesty, though, games like Wisconsin, Kentucky, everybody knew that Kentucky was, if the odds were stacked perfectly, Kentucky was going to win. But yeah, I could easily tell some of those missed calls. And I mean, that's just part of it. Everybody that picked Kentucky to win, there were actually a couple of perfect brackets after the first 2 rounds. And that actually surprised me. And the 2 brackets that were remaining both had Kentucky to win. So if Wisconsin beat them, there would be no prizes that year. And if those 2 would have picked Wisconsin to win, get those huge amounts of prizes, like there were a couple places offer millions of dollars for perfect bracket. Well, believe this, that I remember one year, one person made it to the Elite 8. Every team was perfect. And then comes to the Final 4. He missed the number 1 seed into playing. And everybody knew that something was wrong there. Something had to been wrong. And it was actually the year that Georgia Tech played Connecticut for the national championship. And yeah, let's just say Georgia Tech should not have been going to that championship game. I'm a Georgia fan. I have nothing against Georgia Tech whatsoever. I don't. I mean, Georgia Tech's a great school. They are probably top in the country at my favorite subject, mathematics. So, and that's all I really got to share to you guys, that if Mafia wants to swing a game in their favor, they can do whatever they want. They control that sports industry. And if you're a professional athlete, they never came to me, not one time, because, no one bets on semi-professional football. And, but if you're a professional player, or if you're a young athlete and they come to you, it's going to be a tough thing to say yes. But that's probably the best way to go, is to just say yes, loot the game, and move on with it. Because if you say no, they might kill you. Yeah. So, guys, that's all I pretty much got for today. As always, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe, post any comments you have in the comment section down below. And as always, hope you guys had as much fun as I had, and I'll see you guys next time at Shifty's Club. Got that hurt.